In the first year of starting my agency, I generated well over $250,000. Imagine this. The first month of starting your agency, generating an extra $20,000 every single month on average, right? Actually, in the first month, I generated $12,600 in the first month of signing clients. And obviously it ramped up from there. So imagine what you would do with all that money from month one. And obviously, I'm not guaranteeing you will get all these results. I'm just giving you my personal story, right? And if I were to achieve it even quicker, right, I would follow these 7 principles I'm about to share with you right now. So let's just hop straight into it. And just a disclaimer, like I'm not guaranteeing that if you follow these things, you will achieve the exact results that I did. Like obviously that's not how the world works. I was obviously lucky in my journey as well. I landed a couple of very, very big clients, especially early on. So you can't replicate someone else's success. But what you can do is follow someone's principles and how they got there. And that's one of the most important things. That's why it's also so important to study biographies and study the greats and study the people before you. It's because you want to see how they did these things, all right? And I'm just going to give you 7 things, extremely valuable stuff. I did some research before this video. And I know a lot of people, like, they film these videos and they don't really know what they're going to say, but like, not a lot of people actually script out their videos and know exactly what they want to give. I just want to provide as much value per second as possible because I know there's so much information out there. I just want to give you like all of it, all the source right here. So let's just hop straight into it. Number 1, focus on one offer, one niche, and one channel. And you've probably heard this a ton, right? But I want to share with you why this is the case. So most beginners try to do too much, especially at the beginning, offering everyone or everything to everyone. This kills momentum. And realize this. You think that if you just do more for more people, you're going to get more money. Like that's the logical conclusion. But that's not the case at all, right? You want to pick one service, example like lead generation or content creation, serve one niche like real estate agents or e-commerce brands, master one way to get clients like cold outreach, content or ads. And the one I would suggest is cold outreach because obviously when you're starting out, you don't have capital, so you can't spend money on ads. Content's just going to take like 2 years. And the other one that's left is cold outreach. So all you really can do is cold outreach. And that's divided into two ways of doing that, which is cold email or cold DM. So you just need to send as much cold emails and as much cold DMs to a specific target avatar and just do that for like 6 months. I can guarantee you, if you send like 100 emails every single day or 100 DMs every single day for 6 months, you will most likely be at 20K a month. Like I can't guarantee this, but there's a very, very high likelihood. And the thing as well is, you think when you do this, like it's a linear thing, like you send 100 DMs, the next week you sign clients. It doesn't work like that. Usually how it works is you send 100 DMs for like 3 months, nothing happens. And this is where all the losers, they just quit. And then the winners, they just keep going. And after 3 months, nothing happens. And the next month they sign like 5 clients in a week. That's how it happens. It's like when it rains, it pours. It's real. It happens with everyone. So just like, everyone follows the same journey. Like, trust me on this. It's actually scary. Like, people do the outreach or whatever they're doing to get clients for like 3 months, 4 months. Nothing happens. Most people quit. And then those who just keep going, 1 week later, they sign like 5 clients in a week and make like 20K in a week. Like, that's how it works. It's not linear. It's like this weird thing, the bamboo story where for the first like, don't quote me on this, but like for the first 3 months, like the bamboo grows like 5 centimeters, but in a week it jumps like 12 feet. That's exactly what happens with entrepreneurship. It's like this curve. If you're listening to this, the curve is like flat line, right? And then out of nowhere, it just like skyrockets. And people are like, what did you do? Like, where did this come from? But they don't see all the 3 months or not 3 months, but like all this work you put into like actually growing this thing to actually experience that exponential growth. So just like keep at it. Just focus on the inputs, and I can guarantee, can't guarantee anything in life, but like I can almost guarantee in 6 months you'll be at 20K, all right? So when you focus, you become the best, and the best get paid, right? When you focus on one service, one specific client avatar, you can charge higher ticket because obviously you've got more value to provide. You're not just doing everything for everyone, all right? So number 2, make an offer so good, it's a no-brainer. Clients don't care how hard you work, they care about results. Let me just say that again. Clients don't care about how hard you work. They care about results. If you get them their desired result within like 5 minutes, let's just take an extreme example. In 5 minutes, they don't care. Like they will pay the amount. Like let's say you make them an extra $50,000 a month, let's say in the first month, like extreme example, but let's just to prove my point. They would happily pay 10K to make 50K, even if it takes like a week. Doesn't matter, all right? It's not about time. Like, you need to completely remove that belief that you need to charge based on how long it takes for you to actually deliver the service. It's all about results, especially with like all these automations and AI. It's all about results. If you can get a six pack in like 5 minutes, that's extremely valuable. Like, the shorter it takes, the better. It doesn't matter how much time, all right? Instead of saying, like, I'll run your ads, say, I'll get you 30 qualified leads in 30 days. Like, it's tangible, like it's actual outcome that they can see themselves in the future with, all right? Or you don't pay. So here's the thing about a guarantee, all right? I also mentioned remove risk with a guarantee and charge based on value, not effort. So here's the thing about guarantee, and this might seem a bit controversial, like no one really talks about this, but the thing about guarantee is that the guarantee is only to get people on the call. Because if every single person is like sharing or showcasing a guarantee in their offer, and you don't put a guarantee in your offer, you're not going to book any meetings. And the most important thing when it comes to scaling an agency is just booking a crap ton of meetings and doing a lot of sales calls. That's obviously the output of doing meetings, is conducting sales calls. So all you need to focus on is just doing as much sales calls as possible. That's it. And to do that, you need to send a lot of emails and DMs. And obviously, if you have capital, reinvest that into ads. That's the playbook. It's very simple, but not easy, as I mentioned quite a lot. And the thing about guarantee is that I just want to complete my point. On the call, 99% of people I've conducted well over 300 sales calls, right? And 99% of people forget about the guarantee. And you want to sign clients that don't care about the guarantee. They only want results. Those are the type of clients you want to work with. And in the next couple of points, I'll share the reason or the way to sign these type of clients. It's not just by sending an email. It's something you need to do about your pricing, which I will mention in a couple. Which one is this? Number 4. By the way, number 3 right now. So number 3, get clients first, then build the business. So most people waste months, sometimes even a year, delaying the outreach and not doing stuff, building websites, doing logos, getting like branded cups and like getting logo stickers and all of this, fancy branding, just like, bro, like no one cares about that. Step 1, get clients. Step 2, deliver results. Step 3, then scale. The fastest way to succeed, start talking to potential clients today. Like, that's the only thing you need to do, is conduct sales calls, right? Get clients first, then build the business. People also have this misconception that when they sign the first client, they think that they need to like keep this client forever and provide amazing results. Bro, you don't even know what good results are. You haven't got the feedback yet from other clients to even know what a good service is. Does that make sense? You need to sign at least like 5 clients, like 5 to 10 clients, to even know what a good service entails. If you sign the first client, you are pretty clueless. Even if you want to do like the best results, like which every agency owner really wants to do, is provide the best results for their clients, right? You don't even know what an amazing result is because you have no feedback from previous clients. So sign 5 to 10 clients, and the way to do that is to conduct at least your close rate is probably going to be pretty trash when you're starting out, like my one. It took me 27 sales calls to land my first ever client. And that's actually pretty good. It took my mentor 40 clients it took my mentor 40 sales calls to land his first client. And he's making $1 million a month at the moment. So based on that trajectory, why do I always struggle to say that word? Based on that, I'll be at 2 million. I'm kidding. But like, it's way harder than people think to actually sign your first client, because you've got all this importance attached to this one client. It's like, I need this. But once you sign the first client, you let go of that greed, and you almost like, I don't really need more clients. Like, if you sign a client for $2,500, for example, and you live in South Africa, like that's 50,000 Rand. That's like decent money. Okay. Obviously you want to scale way further, 20K a month, 400,000 Rand a month. I get that. But once you sign that first client, you're making 50K, you're kind of chilling a bit. And when the next client hops on a sales call, you're not as greedy, you're not as needy, that's the right word. You're not as needy, you're not like, oh, please, like, I need this money. And when you're not as needy, you are detached from the outcome. You don't really care because you're already making 50K a month. Like in 2 months, that's 100,000 Rand that you just made, like $5,000. You are pretty chill, right? Obviously, you don't want to get comfortable, but you're not as needy on the sales call, and then the clients start flying in. That's where this ties into my previous point, where when it rains, it pours. Like when you sign that one client, you sign like 5 in a week because you're not as needy on the sales calls. But that first client, it's like, it's hard, okay? But that's obviously what it takes. That's what it takes. So yeah, number 4, this is about pricing. So listen up. If you charge cheap prices, you get cheap clients. Sorry about that. I just ate like a lot of nuts, mixed nuts, which is actually like that shit is addicting, bro. Like, I ate like these cashews and almonds and stuff. Like, I think I just ate like 2,000 calories, but it's all good. It's all going straight to the muscle, so we're good. If you charge cheap prices, you get cheap clients. Ones who waste time, demand too much, and pay too little. You probably know this meme of like, the client that's gonna pay like $500, let's say a month. They're like, yo, just know that this is gonna be an amazing experience. Like, I just want to know, like, I'm all in. Let me know what you need from me. Like, this is just like a big investment for me. Like, I want to get the most of this. Like, where do I need to start? Like the $500 a month. Like, they're gonna be on your case, bro. If you charge like, we charge 10K a month for our services, $10,000. So just like, think about this. Who are the type of people who will pay $10,000 a month for a service? Who are these type of people? Like, they probably make like $100,000 a month, okay? And who's the type of person who makes $100,000 a month? They're pretty chill. They're not as attached to money. It's like their money is not tied to their identity. Well, some is, but like, they spend it more freely. It's like they're just much, much better clients. They know results take time. They're not as like pushy on you. It's just like you get better results. It's just your life will be better. Just like, trust me, the higher you charge, like, you start to attract high ticket clients, and high ticket clients are just much better clients in general. Like, you think that when you charge less, like $500 a month, you think that, it's going to be easier. Like, I'm telling you, it's literally easier to sign a $10,000 deal than it is a $500 deal. It's like, I would say at the minimum, it's the same, but it's probably easier to sign a 10K deal, right? Like the other day, like I was on a sales call for 15 minutes, 10K, just like that, which is like insane. I was just on a call, was like an hour ago, and this client is looking to pay 30K USD, right? Just like to do our marketing services. I was like on a 10-minute call. I didn't even have my shirt on. Like, to be honest, I thought it was like a interview call, and I hopped on the call. I was like, oh shit, this is a client. So I was out there without my shirt on, but yo, it's fine. Like, these clients, like, they are much better people. Like, just, I'm gonna put that out there, okay? You don't want to work with brokies, trust me. Start at a minimum of $2,500 a month. I was, it's we're hanging out with a couple of boys. There's like 9 people in this villa, and one of the guys, like, their first ever client, he charged $4,000, and my first ever client, I charged $2,500 per month. Like, my first ever client, like, I had no previous experience. I didn't know what I was doing. Like, I had literally nothing going for me. Like, I just like, oh, okay, like, I have to probably get some results right now. I was pretty stressed actually. Like, when I got that payment, obviously I was like, oh fuck yeah, like, sign my first client. But then it dawned on me, I'm like, I actually need to deliver on these results right now. So yeah, the more you charge, the better clients you attract. I already mentioned that. And high-paying clients trust you more and take your advice seriously. All right. If you feel uncomfortable with your price, that's a good sign. Like, you want to kind of feel this. Like, when you mention the price, you want to kind of crack a smile. It's like, oh wow, if they sign this is pretty cool. Like, you don't want to be like, $500 is not really going to change anything. You're going through all this effort and sacrifice and like all the stress for a $500 client who's going to moan, is going to bitch and moan like on your Slack channels and like message you constantly, like, where's this result? Like, I thought you guaranteed this and this. It's like all these people making lots of money, like our clients who make like $100,000 a month. They don't even worry about the guarantee. Like I mentioned, they want the result, right? They don't even care about the guarantee. So the guarantee is literally just to get them on the call. All right. Like, putting that out there. So number 5, use systems, not just hard work. Most agency owners burn out because they do everything manually. And obviously at the start, you kind of have to do everything manually. That's just expected because you don't have any capital to invest in people. And there's 4 types of leverage you can use, which is content, which I'm doing right now. Like, I would suggest for you to actually film a YouTube video as well, or start your YouTube channel. Like, when I started my YouTube, I had literally no idea what I was doing. I even say in the video, like, I have no clue what I'm doing. And like, bro, it kind of worked out. So do that. And outreach, what am I saying? Like, I don't know where my, I was just reading something there. So the 4 forms of leverage, which is content, or like media, and then it's software. So like we have software as well, and those are like the two newest forms of leverage. So Naval talks about this. It's software and media, because software you build once and you can sell to like 1 million clients. Obviously the systems will probably break, but you can sign like 1,000 clients. Like with our software or with our school community, like, you know, you can join it, 1,000 people can join, and there's no extra marginal cost of replication. That's what that means. But with a done for you service, like a agency, if you sign, let's say we sign 100 clients tomorrow, like our systems will break. We need to hire people. We need to like, it's going to be crazy. Like that's why the agency model is best. Okay, this is very important. I'm going on these side tangents, but like I get all these nuggets when I do that. So with a done for you agency, you want to run that to like $500,000 a year. So that's roughly $40,000 a month, okay, with your agency. And we'll probably, we'll 100% be there by this year, all right? And that's obviously why we're starting the consulting business as well, like our School of Athens, the community, because like 40K a month, after that, it's like $500,000 a year with your done for you agency. It's so difficult to scale it past that, like the extra effort that's needed to get to the next level, like 50, 60K a month, 70, $100,000 a month with your agency, it's very difficult. Like the extra effort is not worth it. Your profit margins are going to be low. It's going to decrease because you need to hire more people. Your systems are going to break. It's just very, very difficult past that stage. Like, you know, if we get to 40K a month, which we will this year, like, why would you not want to get there? Like, let's say you are starting your agency, you probably got like one client, you're just starting out, doing some research, watching some content like this one. Like, let's say you can get to 40K a month. Like, why wouldn't you do that, right? And we obviously teach that in the School of Athens. So that's the more leveraged play, right? I'm giving you all the source right here. You get to $500,000 a year with your agency, and then from there, you do the content, and you also build your consulting business or your info business, and then you help other people. It's more scalable. You use software, and you use content because like there's zero cost of replication. Like, you know, anyone can watch this video. I filmed it once, and like, let's say, hypothetically speaking, 1 million people can watch it. I'm probably not going to get 1 million views on this video, but let's say like 500 to 1,000 views, hopefully. You know, that's a lot of people. That's like an entire school. And I only filmed this once, and I'm looking at a camera. I'm not even looking to a person. So that's leverage. That's called leverage. You want as much leverage in your systems as much as possible. I already said that. And then the other one is people. So like you can pay people to do stuff for you. And then also capital, that's like investors, but don't really worry about that one. Just put that to the side. So it's people. With your agency, you're going to get people to do your services for you. And then you're going to have, you know, content, do that so you can sell your consulting business or that solution to your audience, right? Like us, for example, we target agency owners looking to scale their agency into like 20, 30K a month, which is where we're at. So we can only teach to get you there. But once we get to like 40, 50K a month, like we can obviously teach you how to get there as well, right? So that's like the game plan. That's how it works. So yeah, work smart, not just hard. Like you obviously know that. But yeah, when you're starting out with the agency, it's going to be mostly hard work. So just get ready for that. But that's just like you just have to go through that. It's like, you know, you're making good money still. So like you can travel the world, you can work wherever you want. So don't complain too much, all right? There's people doing way worse, okay? So number 6, learn sales. It's the most important skill. And even if you ask ChatGPT to mention the number one skill set you need to master, it's persuasion. It's basically like sales. I'm actually creating our sales module right now. Absolute banger. Like, you know, how I closed over $250,000 of USD dollars in the first year of my agency, like, right? That's essentially like the whole selling point. But yeah, so that obviously you need sales for that. You need persuasion for that, all right? If you can't sell, you don't have a business, you have a hobby, all right? Sales isn't about convincing people. It's not about like this whole Jordan Belfort, like, you know, trying to like convince people to give you money. It's not about that at all. It's about understanding their problems and offering a solution. That's all it really is. Like, let's say you go to the store and you buy a banana. That's literally, well, the banana didn't sell you, but like you have a problem, and that's being hungry. Like you are hungry right now. Your stomach is like, yo, bro, I need some food. I need some protein after the gym. That's a problem. And then the smoothie that you get afterwards, that's the solution. And you give them money. That's all it is. Like, I don't even need a salesperson to sell me the smoothie because I already have this problem and I want it solved. But most people, when they open a sales call, they don't even know their problem. That's why you need to go through the discovery questions, like where you're at currently, you know, what's your goals, what's some current pain points. And obviously, when it comes to sales, With some people already making like $100,000 a month, you don't bring up the pain points as much because they're just going to be like, bro, I know exactly what you're doing. Like, I'm up off the call. So that's why, my sales calls with these people, these high level people with our agency, right? It's pretty short. It's shorter. It's like 30 minutes. But, and also this whole thing about, one call closes, like every call is a one call close, complete bullshit, right? You need some people when they say, oh, I have to go through this, over this with my team, like I'll get back to you. I'm super interested. Like if you want to like hard sell them, like one call close and pushing for the one call close, you're going to lose that client, bro. So we only work with people making like $100,000 a month or like $50,000 to $100,000 a month and above, right? And that is um, I've learned that type of sales, how to work with high level people. So, with gym owners, for example, I know I started a gym agency, and it's like, most of those gym owners are completely broke. So you need to increase the pain points. You need to, bring up the motivation. So they need to act out of this emotional state. But with like people making $100,000 a month and above, our ICP for our agency, it's like it's a completely different sales process. And those are the type of people you want to work with, and that's exactly what we teach as well. All right. So if you want to make your life easier, just work with people making lots of money. So use a simple structure, very simple. Ask a question like, what's the biggest challenge? Obviously, when you're starting out with your sales process, there's a discovery phase, a micro report that you build at the beginning, like how's your day, where you're calling from, that type of thing. And then you go through the discovery, how many clients you have, how much revenue you're making, what's your goals, that type of thing, to increase the gap from the current situation to their desired situation, right? And that creates pain. Like this gap causes pain. And then people only act out of pain. Like people don't act necessarily out of comfort. So yeah, that is that. And number 7, play the long game, but move fast. So this is a dichotomy you need to adopt, right? You need to be able to hold 2 frames of mind in your mind, all right? So being able to be long-term patient, but short-term impatient. Now, most people can't do this. Most people are either very, very patient. Like, funny thing is, I did a couple of personality tests. I'm like 100% patient, like 100 out of 100 patient. Like, I can wait forever for anything. Like delayed gratification, bro, like it's up here. Like I can wait forever. So I need to cultivate a bit more of that urgency. Even though I still have that urgency, I just need to work on that a bit more. So I would say my urgency is like a 60 out of 100, right? And my long-term patience is like 100 out of 100. So I would say that's a pretty good balance, because I'm still working extremely hard. Like I'm a very, very hard worker, but if I can increase that even more, and obviously, keep the balance, focus on your rest. Like I got myself a Whoop band to track my stress and stuff like that. Even me, who's like prioritizing stress management and like, recovery, I got myself an ice bath. Like I got all of the stuff, recovery, creatine, protein, like all of the stuff, winding down before bed, like actually doing all the stuff. Like even me, like my recovery is not that great. Like, and I'm even optimizing this stuff. So imagine people are just like go, 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 and they have no patience for the long term. Like they are going to burn out and crash. And if you want to do this for the long term, you need to develop that long-term patience. It's so, so important. But you need both short-term urgency and long-term patience. Very important. So most agency owners quit too early because they expect instant results. And as I mentioned in the beginning, it's going to take at least, I want to set your expectations straight. It's going to take at least like, I would say, to get to 10K a month. You can do it within 6 to 18 months. Like you can do that 100%, like without a doubt, to 10K a month. Let's say you charge, 2K a month for a client, and I need to sign 5 clients. Like you can easily do that in 6 to 18 months with the right systems and doing the right stuff, executing on the right things. That's why mentorship is also so important. Like I would not have been able to scale from 0 to $22,000 a month within 4 months of starting my agency. Like 0 to 22K in 4 months. Like that's ridiculous. That's like close to $500,000 a month within 4 months. Like obviously I was working till 3 a.m. But I knew exactly what I need to focus on. That's the thing. Like do this and you will get that. But most agency owners, when they're starting out, it's like they don't even know what to do. They're sending emails to the wrong people. They're offering everything to everyone. They don't have a structured service delivery. They don't even have an onboarding process. So if you have all the systems in place, you just need to execute. That's all. Just like do this and just like do this for a long time and you will get the results. And if you got that, it's much more peaceful, that like if I do this thing, I will get the result. But most agency owners, like they do this thing, but they don't even know it's going to get them the output. So that causes even more stress, right? So your first 3 to 6 months will be learning and failing. Like you'll be essentially failing a lot, like rejection after rejection. Like as I mentioned, 27 sales calls to land my first ever client. That's just like rejection. Sending like 2,400 emails. It's like 2,350 or something emails to sign my first ever client. And essentially, like 90% of those emails were all like negative, like telling me to fuck off. Like, how do you get my email? Like, just like block me and all this stuff. Like, get me off your newsletter, all this BS. Essentially, and then your next 6 to 12 months will be refining and improving. So that's actually refining your processes, hiring more people, getting your onboarding straight, like doing all the stuff, like refining the service, because now you actually know what a good service is because you signed 5 to 10 clients. And then by year 2, you should be making 10K a month consistently. So like if you're not at 10K a month within 2 years, you're probably doing something wrong. Okay. Like really speaking, like, this is not just me trying to be optimistic and telling you like, yo, you can do this. It's like, if after 2 years, you're not at 10K a month, you're probably doing something wrong, okay? It's like, that's usually the timeline where you are making a way more. So minimum 10K a month. So if you're not there, you're probably doing something wrong. You need to focus on, focusing on one avatar, one service, all that jazz, right? So the difference between people who win and people who don't, winners just keep going. That's literally the only thing. Like success and failure is on the same road. Failure is just an earlier exit. It's on the same road. Like, when they say 9 out of 10 businesses fail, that's complete BS. First off, businesses can't fail because like an agency, there are millions of agency owners doing extremely well. So the business model is good. Like that's working, right? But it's people who fail. And what is failure? Like what is failure? Like we actually talked about this the other day in the car on the way to the gym. Failure is literally just like quitting. That's all failure is. Like if you don't sign a client, that's not failure. It's like it took me 27 sales calls to land my first client. If someone responds negatively to an email, that's not failure. Like, what is failure? Failure is just like quitting and not doing the inputs anymore, not sending the emails anymore, not doing the sales calls anymore, just because like you feel like a failure and then you quit. Like the only way to fail is to quit, is to give up, like stop doing the thing. But if you keep going, it's almost inevitable after 2 years that you will achieve 10K a month. So imagine after 2 years, let's say you're 22 right now, and at 24, you can be at $10,000 a month. That would be great, right? And you'll probably be there even quicker if you got the right mentors, learning from the right people, consuming the right content, reading books, executing, doing all that stuff, being disciplined. So you'll probably get there even quicker. Like I did it in my first month. Like I made $12,600 my first month, which is pretty cool, right? So just a final thought to wrap things up. Your agency won't succeed overnight, but if you follow these principles, stay consistent and improve daily with your service delivery, and you're making some adjustments to your sales script and all these micro adjustments. People think that it's like this one big thing, like what's the one thing that's going to scale my agency? It's like, no, it's probably like 10 small things. Say this when you close, don't bring up the emotions on a sales script, change this subject line on your email, change up your offer slightly, and then all these small improvements everywhere lead to like a big result in the end. That's how it works, right? But if you follow these principles, you'll be ahead by like 99% of people. I can tell you right now. And like, obviously I'm just giving you all the knowledge, right? But that's all you really need, because if you know the right thing to do, that's why courses are so valuable, because if you know what you need to do, the pain of not taking action will lead you to take action. That's why knowledge is like power. People say knowledge isn't power because you need action, but knowledge drives action. Because if you know what you need to do and you're not doing it, and if you take these results or you take these actions, you will get to 10K a month, for example, the result, like that pain will drive you to act. That's why knowledge is so key. All right. So hopefully you enjoyed this one. And then, probably I want to shoot another video in here. I think it's a pretty cool setting, but we'll see. And then, in the next video, probably going to be cooking up some cool ones as well. So, see you in the next one. Make sure to like, subscribe, do all those cool things. And if you don't want to, that's also totally fine. But like, it takes 1 second and it helps out quite a lot. So, see you on the next one. Cheers.